AT&T connects and ode to podcasts.
Connect the alarm, change the podcast you stream. Connect the snooze, 10 more minutes to dream. Connect the shower, lather up with the news, sports talk, comedians, or movie reviews. Connect with that 3-hour philosophy show. Change the drive into work and traffic so slow. Connect the dishes to voices that glow. Thank you to the geniuses of spoken audio.
Connect the stories, change your perspective. Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. I apologize for no show yesterday. Working on it. Some days you just got to step away and take a break, but there's actually a lot of Instagram news. Something huge just happened in the last 4 hours, and I'm going to catch you up. First, Ryan Mack tweeted 4 hours ago that Facebook is building an Instagram for children under the age of 13 based on internal documents and an interview with Adam Mosseri. He shared a post that was on BuzzFeed News. And before I get into what that post says, Adam Mosseri replied to that tweet and he said, "Kids are increasingly asking their parents if they can join apps that help them keep up with their friends. A version of Instagram where parents have control, like we did with Facebook Messenger Kids, is something we're exploring. We'll share more down the road." I retweeted that and I added my own thoughts, which first, it's interesting. Second, did you see The Social Dilemma on Netflix? I watched it, and toward the end, all the people who were interviewed throughout the documentary said they would not allow their preteens on social media at all and would try to keep them off social media as long as humanly possible. But the other side of that coin is you need to keep growing your user base. You need to add to your monthly active users month after month, year after year. So going younger is a great way to do that. The article on BuzzFeed News is really long. I'm going to put the link to it in the show notes so you can check it out. A couple of the highlights. Vishal Shah, VP of Product at Instagram, said, quote, "I'm excited to announce that going forward, we have identified youth work as a priority for Instagram and have added it to our H1 priority list. We will be building a new youth pillar within the community product group to focus on two things. A, accelerating our integrity and privacy work to ensure the safest possible experience for teens. And B, building a version of Instagram that allows people under the age of 13 to safely use Instagram for the first time." End quote. Okay, a little bit of context. First, current Instagram policy forbids children under the age of 13 from using the service. Okay, so let's get into some questions. Maybe you're thinking, Dan, I just heard on the last show that you recorded all the steps that Instagram is taking to try to keep teenagers safe on the app. If they're trying to keep teenagers safe on the app, does it really make sense to put preteens on the app, which is an extremely valid question? There's actually a really good quote in this article from Priya Kumar, who is a PhD candidate at the University of Maryland, who researches how social media affects families. I want to find this person and get them on my podcast. But they said a version of Instagram for children is a way for Facebook to hook in young people and normalize the idea that, quote, social connections exist to be monetized. From a privacy perspective, you're legitimizing children's interactions being monetized in the same way that all of the adults using these platforms are, end quote. That's it for today's show, but definitely check out this article in the show notes along with the tweets. I'm going to link to everything. Take a look, read through it for yourself, especially if you're a parent who has teens or preteens who are asking to be on the app, because I think this is very, very important. Come back tomorrow for more Instagram strategy, tips, news, and more.